Well, hello. This is my follow-up video to the one where I explained about the quick setup on the backdrop video. And so I'm thinking about, DIY, do it yourself people like myself. I like sometimes just get helpful hints about things in their working and the tricks and things like that. So it's a lot of this stuff is probably somewhat common, and some of it may not be so common, but I can share a few of them with you if you would like. See what you think of this stuff. Hey. One that just comes to my mind is measuring an interior dimension, like that was like you're putting up a shelf or something like that, and you extend your ruler out, slide rule or whatever you call it, edge to edge, wall to wall, and then you get the number. Then it just becomes how accurately did you measure that in the placement of factoring in for, I guess, the width of the body of the ruler, or if that's factored in, 2 inches or whatever it is. I don't know. So if you're not really comfortable with that potential misalignment, miscalculation, in certain distances, you can create like an inside caliper, in a manner of speaking. Just take two 1x2s and overlap them and extend them both out to the extreme to where there's no longer any space. Clamp it there, maybe depending how much room there is, might double clamp it, 2 clamps, just hold it in place, and then get out your tape measure, and then you can measure it, and you can measure it as exactly as exact as you would if it was just laying out in front of you, without the limitation presented by the stopping points. So that for me, that worked out really well in a couple of situations where I was building these railing between these posts under a porch, an open porch. And it just seemed like there was it was kind of missing something there, just like open space, and onto the patio, wherever you, and it just didn't look complete. So I built these railings. It looks like a rail around the front, and so that using that interior dimension, because I had to build, because the posts were 4x4 posts were already there. I was just going to create the railing between them. So we wanted to create, make sure. I mean, it didn't want like too long and have it put out pressure up, at that point, but no point for that, or be too loose and too sloppy, and so it's kind of important to be very precise in that measurement, and using that, and then I could tell exactly, not just depending on these sort of thing, and then there are probably skilled people out there that this would be kind of like a silly suggestion, but for cobblers like me, it helps me. Yeah. The professionals out there, interior measurements. I mean, they almost get into it that, so they just do it so much. But yeah, for first one, only an occasion encounter some of these things. So, but these can be helpful too. Yeah. That was just one little thought that came to my mind. Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, another one is recipes. Hey, this is like sharing, family story, and neighbors and friends getting together and talking about what's going on in their lives and stuff like that. And hey, Gene, let me give you this recipe I have for my pizza dough. It's like, so that's a come on in. And the way of making a pizza is, probably everybody has something, or not everybody, but there are a lot of people out there that have this special thing. It makes their pizza something special, and in every situation they are, they can fill a menu for something. The greatest tasting pizzas, I'm sure that's because these are always very well thought out. These people that do these recipes and presentations, yeah. So yeah, I'm sure it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. But anyway, so we had a bad experience at a pizza joint. But heretofore we'd always really loved their pizza, but this last one, in fact, I think 2 times. One time, last time we got to, it was soggy, and it wasn't even like hot. It's like it just come out of the oven or something like that. And it was like a casual Wednesday afternoon, so it wasn't really super busy. There were, it's probably only maybe 20% occupied at that point. It was like early or late lunch, like by 2 o'clock, something like that. On Wednesdays, like so most of the lunch crowd, I think, is pretty much done. And corn! Wow. Okay, so looks like they're gonna have a good lunch. Yeah. So yeah. So, but it's not a real big and involved. But what I do is I make enough dough for 2, pizzas. I don't really take a pizza pan with, how big is it, 13, 14, 15 inches, I'm not sure. Something like that. And, fill up 2 of those, which for me works out to be about, if you can stretch it a little bit, you want to make it a little heftier, thicker. 3 cups of flour. Anyway, so 2.5 to 3 cups of flour, and corresponding amount of liquids. Probably most people just maybe use water. I use milk. I warm it up till probably about 90 to 100 degrees, and then I put my yeast. Like 1 tablespoon of yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and kind of create the brew there. Actually, I make it in the bowl itself. Then I end up mixing up the milk, warm milk, yeast, and sugar, and then I spoon in whatever the amount of flour we're going to be using, and keep working it to the boiling point. And then towards not the very last, but towards the final installation of the flour, I introduce about the equivalent of about a 1/4 cup of flour. Butter, melted. No, it doesn't need melted. Soft, it'll just knead right in with it. Yeah, say third cup of butter. Knead it in, and then once, and this is salted butter. Don't make a special effort to buy the unsalted because I don't want to use that on anything to eat. So yeah, and then you actually end up adding salt, a little bit more salt to it for my recipe. Maybe about another half a teaspoon of salt in the whole mix, because that'll give it you'll taste it better that way. And so we just basically knead it in. Probably knead for 5 or so minutes. Finally integrating everything in, and I leave it in that bowl, cover it with some the plastic wrap, and just kind of paint a little covering of olive oil over the top of it. They say I don't know why you do that, or to cover the whole thing, make no ball to sit down into the bowl, and then when it's time, you take that thing out and you chop it in half. And throw it out in a floured area. Usually these plastic silicone mats that are ideal for that, and you end up rolling it out and setting it on a pan and punch the holes all over, and so that when it rises, it doesn't go in the middle like a balloon. Yeah, so you make sure you perforate it really good, and use a fork. Put it. Okay, here's the secret to this for me. Is that we pre-bake the crust. Put it in the oven right now. The highest setting, I think, is 500 degrees. And it usually cooks, I'm putting both in there, and they're usually done in about 10, 12 minutes. I mean, my wife likes them really crisp, so they're dark. You could probably get by with maybe a minute less, but but it makes them crisp, and they're not burnt. They're just darker. And so then you take them out. All your toppings are pre-arranged and ready to install. Your sauce, your cheese, the vegetables, any meats, and you sprinkle them around, all that, and put the. I always one thing you can do is just sprinkle a light coating of the sauce is going to go first. In any case, I think, and then a light sprinkling of the topping cheese, and then put all your ingredients, and then another topping of cheese, a little bit heavier than the blonde, so it kind of creates a little bit of cheese sandwich in a manner of speaking. But then, like say, then you throw it back in the oven, basically. Now, the crust is already pretty cooked, so it'll even get a little darker. But that's why it doesn't burn. But it's about another 5 minutes. This thing is, it's hot enough in there. In 5 minutes, it pretty much sets the vegetables and toppings without overcooking them. It's it adds a nice little texture to the pizza, especially leaving just even a smidgen of firmness. Now, any meats that aren't pre-cooked should be pre-cooked before using as part of the topping. Yes, that's so. I think some of these prepared meats are already. Cold cuts and stuff. I'm not sure how that all works, but something you're dealing with. Some maybe packaged sausages, but I'm not sure. Be sure check that all out for sure. Don't just assume that. Definitely don't anything you don't know about yourself. Maybe stuff you've done already. No problem. But yeah, check it out. Yeah, and even if it's supposed to be pre-cooked, I'd still be inclined to want to cook it. Just to, if it's purportedly already pre-cooked, just maybe sear it good, just sear it, and then just a pre-point where it might start wanting to cook. You don't want to overcook meat because it makes it tough. And allowing for a little bit of margin. Just sear it should be good enough. Don't leave it in there too long, because that 5 minutes will finish it off in the oven. Just kind of prepare it for its final cooking. So the idea is not to overcook this stuff too. It's like proteins and that they just under heat they get tough and wiry. That's why you don't want to overcook, steak and chicken or any of it. Yeah. So just having that. Okay. So the thing is, do the separate step, 2 steps. Oh, I tell you what, I personally, it tastes as delicious to me as anything I've eaten anywhere, and that's, just from my own personal taste. Because we create the topping that we want, we want to create what the taste we want to taste. And the dough is butter rich. It's just really nice, very good. Very good tasting, yeah. Oh, oh, and my honey's fixing us some corn. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, honey. How about you? You okay, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, honey.
Hey, you hit that.
Oh no, what's going on? Yeah, let's see. Today is. Oh yeah, today is Saturday. My gosh, where does the time go? Where does the time go? Well, anyway, I've camera done. Let's see. I'll try to keep in mind other things I may want to share with you. Things that other desserts. Oh, hey, I'll just do one more since we're on the cooking kick thing. This is what I call my cake extender. What might I say? What's the word they use? The hook, you know. Anyway, the hook is get 2 cakes for 1. But this little trick. So this came about because we used to buy a lot of these cake mixes at the dollar store, like $1 a piece. I think they may even be over $2 now if they still do those things. But so we'd buy a lot of them, and it'd be part of our baking routine. We should be baking bread, and then I'd bake one of these cakes. You know, throw eggs and milk and milk, and oil. Yeah, because these were bare bone cake mixes, which actually, in my mind, was better anyway. So, you stir all that stuff in, throw it in the oven at 350 for an hour, and butt cakes on it. And there it is. Oh, so sweet though. And I got this inspiration. I said, "Wow, you know what? What if we substitute that? So take half of that cake and substitute the the part that we took away from a pancake mix, because it's already got the leavening agents and things like that in it already, so it'd match. But it'd be completely devoid of sugar or whatever of any significance that I'm aware of. So you mix them together and you use the cake recipe. You know, same amount of eggs, same amount of milk or water or whatever you use, and the same amount of oil. And then, additionally, so it's half. In our case, it's what is that pancake mix? Yeah, it's off the top of my head. I can't remember. It costs like 7 pounds. Really good stuff. Yeah. And just blend it in, and then you bake your cake just the regular way, a bundt cake, and it comes out. And you know, if you've got a sweet tooth like both my wife and I have, it's like, you know, it doesn't take too much to overload it. It's like, whoa, that's too much, you know. This just mellows it out. It's just. I mean, it's just sweet, and just pleasantly sweet. It's not like over engaging. It's like, ugh, it's like choking. It's just a sweetness to match the texture of the cake, and I think the pancake mix does offer. It does influence the flavor a little bit. I can taste, because I can almost taste that pancake-ishness about the cake. But it's not an unpleasant one. It makes it a little bit earthier than the most sweet, pleasant cake is, like a little bit earthier. I mean, it's not in a bad taste way. Yeah, I love just you can. We don't frost it or anything like that, but I just it's perfect for like peanut butter. Spread a little. I'm a peanut butter addict now, so try it sometime. Just follow the recipe on the back. But just substitute half of it with this pancake mix. Yeah, pancake mix. Or you actually, proportion. You could use the leavening agents, like baking powder, or some baking soda. and whatever things that are factored into that leavening, and just regular your bake if your own flour. You can do that too. That would work, yeah. It just, that just adds an additional element to it. That making, yeah, using the pancake mix, just has all the in it, basically ready to go. So, what other things? What other things would you like to know? Yeah. 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 My wife working in the background. Wow. Ah, yeah. So nice to have her. And hey, well, I hope you like my new setting, my new backdrop. Is it working out okay? Have you tried this yourself? What do you think? I think it's a pretty good deal. I think it's a pretty neat thing. But anyway, I'm gonna say adios until the next one. And I'll have some tips and things to talk to you about in that one too. And yeah, tell me what you think. Hey, give me your suggestions. Really, for real, give me your suggestions. That's what I would like to, if I can figure out. Yeah. Hey, love and God's blessings to all of you, and peace on earth.